Hello, my name is Chris Aragon, and welcome to the CT State Norwalk Spotlight. Today we're joined by Kimberly Bryant-Smith and Becky Brunson, who are two librarians on the Norwalk CT campus. Thank you both for joining us today. Now let's get started with the questions. Can you tell our viewers at home about both of your positions at the library and what you both do?
Sure, I can start. I'm Kimberly Bryant-Smith. I'm a library associate, and that's a support staff position. We have a small team, so all of us do a little bit of everything. In my role particularly, I help to supervise our student workers, and part of that job involves just being aware of everything that needs to be done at the library so that I can give the students appropriate assignments for the work that they might do. That includes when our new books come in, we have to stamp them and put stickers on them, catalog them in our online library system so that it's ready to go out. And when old books are gotten rid of at the end of their lifespan, the student workers help with that part of the process as well. We also make book displays of relevant books for cultural heritage months. Like right now we're working on Native American History Month. We also do displays for Hispanic Heritage Month and Asian Pacific American Heritage Month as well. So our student workers take part in that also. It's fun, it's a little bit of everything. I really enjoy my job.
Nice. And you, Becky?
So I'm Becky, and I am the reference and instruction librarian here at Norwalk, and so one of my big focuses is instruction. So when a faculty member requests a library instruction class, I schedule that, I assign the librarians, I also give support to our library staff in the form of training or suggested reading about teaching. I'm also responsible for just general help and reference support for students, and sometimes that means meeting with them one-on-one. Sometimes it means designing materials such as research guides or videos, and I think we all share in those tasks, but that's pretty much my focus. And then along with Kimberly and the rest of the library, we support each other through working at the checkout desk and doing other things that come up during the day.
Now I wanted to ask, have either of you ever worked at a public library? And if so, are there any differences that you noticed from the age gap or how people just may treat you in general?
Well, I had an internship at a public library, so I haven't worked extensively in one, but for a few months I did provide the same types of services in a public library, reference and instruction, but the instruction was much different. Right here I might teach a class designed to support biology research or history research, whereas in a public library I taught a class to senior citizens who needed tech help, and so we were very basic. Here is a URL, here is a web page. Some of them had never even logged on to social media, so that was quite interesting. Had 6 old ladies who would come in and work with me every week, so that was fun.
Wow, that's very interesting. And you, Kimberly, have you worked in a public library?
I've never worked in a public library. I worked in my college library when I was a college student, but that's it.
That's great. All right, well, that's very interesting. Now, let's take a look at the library in person to show how it all looks inside. The Everett Baker Library is located within the Norwalk CT State campus. Once you enter the library, you are greeted by the lovely staff who can answer any questions you may have. The library has a wide variety of amenities for students, such as being able to reserve specific books or textbooks, CDs, and magazines as well. Along with having 70 desktop computers, students are given a wide variety of space throughout the whole library to complete any of their work. If they would like more privacy, the library also offers study rooms for students to reserve up to 2 time slots at any time throughout the day. Now, as we move upstairs, it's a much more quiet atmosphere. It doesn't have as many services to offer as the first floor, but on this floor you are able to find any genre of book to help with your classes or for the enjoyment of reading. As well as the first floor, there is more space for students to sit and complete their assignments, log into online classes, or a time to relax before their next class begins. The Everett Baker Library is open on Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you for visiting the library, and now we'll continue on with the interview. Wow, there's so many amazing things you have to offer here at the library. But I wanted to know, Becky, what are your hopes for the library's growth? And are there any improvements you want to make or any ideas you have?
Gosh, I think we've made a lot of improvements in the last 5 years. And I've been here almost that long, but we've really done a lot of work over the last 5 years in areas of collection development, making sure that our collection is, up to 21st century standards. We have tried to increase, and this is something we want to continue doing, try to increase our presence with library instruction. So, the pandemic really really broke that bond with faculty, I think, and we're trying to build that back. So we've had so far this semester, I think about 50 classes into the library where we've, provided library instruction and support, and we'll probably top 60 before the end of the semester, and we're really happy about that because we dropped down to about 4 or 5 for a year. So, yeah.
And lastly, how can students reach you best if they want to learn more about the library?
Well, there are several ways to reach us. Maybe the easiest, if you're on campus, is just to walk in. Sometimes people feel intimidated to take that first step into the library. It feels like a scary space to some folks. They feel like they might need to be very quiet or behave in a way that they're not sure how they should behave. But that's not how it is. It's a warm and welcoming space. It is totally okay to talk in the library. And everybody who works in our library loves answering questions, so you don't need to feel embarrassed that you don't know something. We're there for you. So whatever question you have, even if it's not specifically about the library, we will do our best to point you where you need to go to help you get the information that you need. But you don't have to walk in. You can also reach us by telephone. We have online chat that you can access through our website. And you even also through our website, you have the ability to make an appointment. So you can make a half-hour appointment with a librarian if you have something that you want to discuss in depth. All of those ways. We just want people to reach out, so we try to give as many options as possible for how to get in touch.
Thank you for offering those options. And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again, Becky and Kimberly, for joining us today, and thank you guys for watching at home. Feel free to go check out the library and reach out to these kind staff if any of this has an interest to you. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.